Before the video starts, this is your fault. That's right, it's your fault. You guys wanted to see the 77 Trans Am. Well, the only thing that I can really do on the 77 Trans Am is bodywork. You did this. You signed yourself up for this. Sup guys, Kai with TK Speed Shop. And we are back on the 77 Trans Am. Yeah, bodywork, sanding, butchery, the works. All right, in this video, my plan is to use turbo primer cans. We're gonna basically just resand this entire car, cause this stuff up here, as good as it looks, there's a couple little spots that you can technically see or feel. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there's like, I didn't prep it as well as I should have the first time that I did all that stuff. So underneath is starting to do some chemical things, all right? Whatever. We're gonna sand all this down. We're gonna hit it with the turbo can and put it on the ground. That's right, we're putting it on the ground today, or in this video, okay? Before I start, apparently YouTube has a new feature, would you say? They have this thing called the hype button. I haven't personally seen it, but if you see that button down below, you have to like the video apparently, so don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, what have you. YouTube likes those things. But from my understanding, if you like the video, the hype button comes up. If you wouldn't mind, hit that hype button, okay? That way this video can reach even more people, all right? Well, that's good enough as an explanation as I feel like I'm gonna do today. So let's start. So, off camera, I did the best job I possibly could taping all this up. This is loose, but taping all this up and securing my engine bay, securing my dash. We still got some more spots. Remember in the last video, I told you there was gonna be some spots that I was gonna go back over. Well, those are those spots, so I have to knock all that stuff down. I had a friend of mine, he watches the channel as well, told me that this is not gonna work for the 77, 78 nose. So that sucks. So I spent all that time painting and cleaning and prepping that for nothing. So we have to find a new one of those. I've already been looking. Apparently they're worth some monies. So I don't know. If I absolutely cannot find this one by the time that this car is ready to actually run it and drive and go, we might have to run a 79, 81 bumper. I don't want to, okay? I really don't want to. I hate the look of those. But that's not gonna work. So we're gonna do something about that. I bought a battery tray. Battery tray does not work as well. I kind of figured Camaro trays and Firebird trays are the same. They are not, okay? They are not. But off camera, I put shocks on it. So we have shocks on it now. So this will actually stabilize it this entire time. This car never had shocks on it. It was just kind of there. So yeah. I also got some, it's going to be towards the end of the video, but I got something that is almost as good as BFGs, okay? They look like BFGs, they smell like BFGs, and they're like damn near half the price of BFGs. But we'll revisit that later on, all right? I feel like I done talked enough. You wanted this, so now we got a sand. Congratulations, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. So I guess we're gonna start on this door first. Oh, I really need to get some knee pads or something. We're gonna start on this door. I've already taken all the door mechanism stuff out of both sides. That's how it used to be in there. Took all that stuff out. Basically, I'm using the long board. I got some 320 on here. I'm gonna scuff this entire car with 320. Remember how I told you about Florida to Washington, California to New York? Same concept. Are you bored yet? You did this. And just think, we gotta do this to the entire car. You can definitely see our highs and lows, can't you? Now, you're probably asking, Why am I not using an orbital on this like I usually would? And that's because, well, I decided to actually try to get this as straight as possible. Not a body guy. Not a body guy. But I do have good news. So, in the future, I won't be doing this kind of stuff. So, my old lady recently just picked up a job working at a reputable paint and body shop here in our town. And she's going to be learning how to do paint and body work and all that kind of stuff. So, she will be doing this stuff. I won't be doing this stuff. Because this is literally my least favorite thing about doing cars. Pretty sure somebody in the comment section is like, what in the hell is he doing? I don't know. If you would have said a Yukon, we would have been working on a Yukon right now. So you have no one to blame but yourself. Oh, man, I hate this. This is a good time to see how well this Rustoleum turbo can holds up to 360. This Rustoleum stuff's some pretty good stuff. Not even gonna lie. You can see where I've sanded. It's smooth. Nice. Okay. That means it's looking good for us. Because we're just gonna top coat this with freaking primer. That might not be the correct way of doing things, but once we're gonna say that turbo can's our base coat. I did find out as far as clearing turbo can stuff, if you let it kind of percolate for a while, for us it's been like months, you can top coat it with urethane. Same thing as that 2K stuff. So you don't have to worry about painting it and then immediately putting clear on top of it. You can paint it, let it go through its whole cycle, let it cure, then you can clear on top of it with urethane, to my knowledge. So we're gonna treat this as a base coat and we're just gonna sand it down. Well, yeah, treat it as a primer, base coat, whatever you wanna call it. Knock it all the way down, and then we're just gonna primer the entire car. And from there, not in this video, but another video, we'll block everything again, and then we'll cover the car in sealer. That will mix up in a gun or rattle can, depending on what I feel like doing. That way it's sealed, and then that gives us plenty of time to get everything kind of shooken down, shaked out for it. That way we can get it running and driving and moving. And then we might actually do some hot rod black or something like that. Or we might just shoot in the turbo can again. I don't know, but the car's gonna be black. Enough people have not convinced me out of it just yet, so black it is. Anyway, I bring you back when something interesting actually happens, because sanding, bodywork, this stuff sucks. But you guys wanted to see this. You asked for this. All right, about 8 hours later, yeah, it's been about 8 hours. We got a sanded car, all right? Or the majority of it, or as good as it's gonna get. Let me talk to you about that stuff that I was talking about on this black paint, okay? You see all that? All that little speckles? Right here. Right up over here. Like, I felt all that in the paint with my hand. So that's why I went ahead and made the decision to go ahead and sand all this stuff down. I mean, I'm glad I did. For the majority of it though, it came out really, really good. I can't complain. So basically, it's time to wipe all this crap down and throw some turf skis on it, okay? So I'm just gonna call it a night tonight. We're just gonna start over again with a fresh, bright day where it's a little bit warmer. Supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow, so that's a pretty good temperature to spray paint. So yeah, but for the most part, we got the bumper all sanded down. I'm talking about I hit every little spot. You can see it. Looks pretty good. It came out really good. I'm kind of pleasant with this. I even got all up in here and knocked all that stuff down. That way when I hit that, it won't look like hot garbage. But looks pretty good. Okay. We're going to hit this with the turbo primer cans. I've been really wanting to try those out. They're not like the regular turbo cans. I mean, they are, but they're not enamel. So this is going to be pretty good. We're going to slather the crap out of this. When I say slather, I mean we're going to slather primer all over this because we just wanted one solid color. I don't care how thick I get it. The thicker, the better, okay? The thicker, the better. And then we'll start doing other stuff. But it done got a little nipply outside. I'm getting a little. So, see you in the morning. Okie dokie. We're back. Alright, so I got my turbo cans. The weather just quite not where I wanted it. It's got like a little mist in the air. So I'm not going to spray paint or do any of that stuff right now. But it's time to go ahead and roll out that little surprise I said I had. We got wheels, gang. We got wheels. All right? That's right. So, I got on the Amazon. Remember, we got these snowflakes, all right? I got on the Amazon, and I picked up these Grip Max Grip Classics. They got the same thread pattern as the BF Good Wrenches or whatever you want to call them. And they're like a fraction of the price. I paid $5.50 for 235 60 15, 275 60 15. So we can give our Trans Am that rake stance. You see what I'm saying? Let's get these mounted. Ooh, been waiting on this. Oh man. Now this is what I get excited for. Because we can finally get this thing on the ground. I've already ordered the little center caps that goes on these. Comment down below if you think I got the red bird center caps, the gold bird center caps, the 82 to 92 center caps, because those also fit. So comment down below which one you think I got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Meaty. I want to see what this booty look like. This adjuster's supposed to be towards the bottom. Oh, big goddamn fatty. Now, I wanted to do two 95 50 15s, but I like the look, that bubbled look, but it's not practical. Okay, we go for practical here. Oh yeah, this is gonna fill out the wheel well and nicely. Oh, yeah! Look at that big meat. Look at this ass real quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We likes that. Let me get these other two on and then we're going to put it on the ground and see what them shocks are going to do. They're off the shelf AutoZone shocks. I don't know what brand they are. They came in a blank ass box, but they was cheap. Like $30 a piece cheap. Woo! Woo! Yeah, I'm digging this. Damn, I ain't got no bounce back there, do I? I mean, there's some bounce. There's some stiff ass shocks. What do you think? I like it. I like it. Now, obviously, the car's not lowered or anything like that, so I mean, I'm pretty sure my bushings right here are just, yeah, that one wore the fuck out. I shouldn't be able to do this. Look at that. Look at that bushing. Look at that. That slap wore out. No, we might have to put some leaf springs in this. Because if I'm going to change the bushings out, I might as well do the... Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, damn it. I don't know, guy. We might have to put some leaf spring bushings in here. Because I'm trying to keep this as cheap as possible. So, I don't know. I think it looks good. I'm satisfied with this. I can probably tweak the car a little bit more now and get my gaps even fitting even better now since it's on the ground and not shifted by that front cradle or anything like that. So, hopefully the temperatures are a lot more in our favor tomorrow and we can go ahead and start shooting some primer and stuff on this. Obviously, I'm gonna cover up the wheels and tires and stuff. I just had to get this on the freaking ground because this will be a lot easier for me painting the top side now instead of me standing on top of something. So that'll be a lot more tolerable, doable, whatever word I'm looking for. Here at TK's Auto and Body, we do what we feel is necessary to take care of our customers. That's right. We go out we got a list of things that we follow down to the T to make sure that our customers is 100% satisfied with our work. We take every safety procedure that needs to be fulfilled in order for you to have a quality paint job. Covering the engine, beautiful tape lines, and protecting your wheels with the utmost quality. We stand behind our product at TK Speed Shop. TK Body Shop, and we hope that you will continue to use our services. All right, guys. So on a real note, we went ahead, got our paint kind of shooken up. It's the fun part. It's the turbo can, all right? We're going to be using the primer, okay? We have scuffed, sanded, we have wax grease removal, tack cloth, the whole thing off camera because that stuff is boring. You guys don't want to see stuff like that. You want to see stuff like this. So, once again, this car will be subject to torture, all right? This is kind of became our little test mule, if you will, on these kind of things. So I'm going to set you up. I'm going to do a couple little passes and we're going to just... I have been shaking this in my Shake Master for about 5 minutes. And I've also just been precariously shaking it. The temperatures are optimal. They're okay. We got decent ventilation. There's no dust nowhere. I did not wet the floors. But hey, look at the car. Now look at me. Now back to the car. Now back at me. Do I really care? All right. All right. Let's get going. I think I want to just kind of hit the doors first, to be 100% honest with you. Because I got a smaller can so I can kind of like critique this shit a little bit. But there's no going back. Oh, man. $75% overlap. Uh, 75% overlap, gang. Kind of want to just fan into it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's already starting to but we got that door covered pretty good for one coat. Yeah, that door's pretty good. Let me clean this up. I don't know if that was because my hand was hitting it or what. But we do not want splatter. That's one thing we do not. Now it's primer, we can sand it, you know, whatever. We do not want splatter though. That's a no-no. Let's move our ass to the back. Getting our money's worth out of this. Ah. Not really splattering right now, so that's good. It's looking pretty good so far, I'm not even gonna lie. Again, we're not trying to be perfect. Just got to be good enough, you dig? Alright, I probably wasn't holding my mouth right when I was spraying this. I mean, it's still leaking a little bit, but it's not bad. We can definitely continue to use this. Kind of set you up right there so you can see this fine ass. Turning out pretty good. This can's about done. Now, once it starts doing that, I'm done. Once it starts, we're not spraying it no more. I don't care if I leave a little bit in the bottom. We're just not doing that. We're not gonna let that happen. But that one can was able to cover the door, this, and yeah. That's one can down. 6 to go. Ooh, that one's chunky. You can't even hear it. Listen. You can't even hear the ball. There you go. Slap it in the bake master. The shake master. Get in now. Slap it in your shake master, and you just, yeah. We'll see you momentarily. All right, new can loaded. I figured before we go to that side, let's go ahead and finish up this side real quick. So let's Damn, that was quick. Trying to be careful. We don't want to. We don't want to mess up that fine paint job. That looks groovy, baby. Groovy. Look at that. Look at them results. God damn. God damn. God damn. All that prep work comes in handy. You see what I'm talking about? Let me show you how I'm hitting that. I could probably give you a... Let me kind of just wiggle my way up in here. There we go. That takes care of that. %75 overlap, gang. That looks great. Don't take my word for it. Goddamn perfect body working. All right, let's move on down to this freaking door. I might have enough paint. You know what? F that. Let's go ahead and see, can we knock out this side of it real quick. Remember, that when it starts, quit. Yep, it started to spit. We don't want that. Oh yeah. Lock and reload. We have reloaded. Can number 3. I'm thinking about this door. We're gonna go ahead and meet with that fender. Get myself in a position. I felt it drip a little bit. I gotta wipe my tip. Ooh, this one's dripping good. Look at that. Ah. These goddamn cans, all they want to do is leak. I will say that about Rustoleum. Their turbo cans, as great as they are, these bastards freaking leak. think doing the roof is gonna be the biggest pain in the ass, simply because I'm gonna have to get up on something. God damn it. There you go. Let's treat this like a paint gun. You gotta kind of be careful with your arms stretched out like that. You don't want the tail end of this freaking can to freaking wrap the project. Something tells me I'm only gonna really be able to truly get one coat on this car. Cause I done just about covered everything so far with 3 cans, but I still got to get this freaking roof hat, and I don't believe I have enough paint to hit that twice. We're gonna give it a honest college try. Yeah, because we're getting pretty low. Three cans did everything but the roof of this car. Let's check. We're not missing nothing. We're not missing nothing. I saw some what you would call little stripes in there. But that's 3 cans. So 3 cans did that. I'm going to bring you back after I do the roof. I kind of don't got an idea how I'm going to set the camera up to really do that. So, yeah, bring you back. Okay, so boom. It's a little foggy in here. All that spritting. I got my attic fan on. I got my door cracked. I got it circulating air. This is what we got, okay? Look at that. It's not dry by no means, but you don't see any of those tiger stripes or any of that stuff. Like I said, 75% overlap will get you every time. This still has to freaking dry. So what I'm gonna do, there's a little tiger stripe in that one, but I'm gonna let this dry, basically. I got work tomorrow. We're gonna let this percolate all day for one solid day, because I went ahead, I depleted all the rest of my cans. I was able to barely get a second coat on it. It was a lot easier to put the second coat on. For all my jams, I had some more gray in a small area, and I was able to fill all my jams all the way around where they needed to be filled at. So that turned out pretty good. We're gonna let this dry, flash, whatever it has to do. And when I bring you back, we're gonna go ahead and hopefully it looks pretty damn good. And we're gonna take our wheel covers off and we're gonna reveal what this looks like in primer. I was able to get all of that, so that's freaking awesome. That turned out really good, like real good. Those jams came out beautiful. So I'm happy with that. We are painting the car back black, so I mean, what have you, you know? But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm done. We're gonna let this chill, and then I'll bring you back for the grand finale, okay? Again, you guys wanted me to work on this car. This is what you get. Now, the next time we put some primer or some sealer or something on it, it won't be so bad because I won't have to cover the whole car. Okay. Guys, this stuff turned out great. So, we let it chill. It has been an entire day cycle. It's percolate. It done laid out. I done took my fancy wheel covers off. Guys, we did a good job. Here at TK Body and Auto, we do our utmost. I can't even give you a bullshit line to go about. Anyway, moral of the story is, look at this. Look. That stuff laid down phenomenally. Is that a word? Phenomenally? It did good. It did good. Look at that. Oh man. I mean, every little spot has been covered. Guys, you turbo can. Oh, even the jams. Look at that. Freaking turbo can. Oh man, I'm so freaking glad. So, I've already went ahead and ordered some more stuff for this car. We got some more stuff coming in. There was a sale on some sealer primer. And in the next video, we are going to get together and shoot some sealer primer on this in black. All right, we're going to leave it in the sealer color because we're going to go ahead and lock all this stuff down for the time being and just let it rock just like that. That way we can start working back on the car. I did go ahead for the time being. Remember, I told you this car is going to be boosted someday. But I want to go ahead and get it running NA first. That way we have something to work with. So I went ahead. I'm going to take those manifolds that I got on it off. And I ordered some long tube headers from Speed Engineering. We're going to put all that stuff on the next video or the next video after that or whatever. And we're going to go ahead, measure for drive shaft, locate drive shaft, start fooling with the brakes, and we're not really far from actually moving this one. I mean, obviously we got to get a seat in it and we got to get a shifter in it, but as far as like all that other stuff goes, we're pretty much dead on the money. Realistically, to move this car, we put the headers on, we put a drive shaft in, we hook up the transmission shifter, drive shaft, brakes. Realistically, those 5 things gets this car moving. 6 things: gas, fuel system. 6 things realistically get this car moving. So we're going to be working on that, and I guess after that we'll get back on the Yukon. I don't know, but I want to thank you guys if you made it to this part of the video. It has been really weird uploading a video every other week now. That's thrown me off, but it's also given me plenty of time to accumulate stuff a lot better, to have a more cohesive idea of what kind of video to work on. It gives me time, the works. I really don't know what else to say other than like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. There's this hype feature. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video, but if you see that hype feature, you like the video, or you go to the description or whatever, and it's going to be like hype or something, hit that hype button, whatever. I don't know how any of this stuff works right now. I really don't. I just know that there's a new feature. I want to give it a shot, see what it do. Apparently it's supposed to help spread your video to more. I don't know. Share with a friend. Let's just say that. It shares with other people. Who knows? But it's getting windy. I'm about to go ahead, clean the shop up, sweep all this stuff up, but we will see you in the next video. Man, that came out great. I don't know why I was expecting it to be bad, because I've used turbo cans before, but I've never used a primer. The primer did a phenomenal job. And with that primer, we put that sealer on top, and it should just be ready for some actual paint.